Hey. All right, guys, welcome back. So, we're going to get into a specific message because all day, starting from this morning, when I first woke up, I kept picturing a woman with like a big mouth, thin lips, but when she smiled, it was just like the most big, beautiful smile. And she had on a thin, not like what I'm wearing, but a thin bracelet, like a little chain with like intermittent little pearls or little somethings on it. Maybe it was a charm bracelet, um, but it was very much like, and I think she had dark hair. I don't know, but it was the smile and thin lips and a thin bracelet that was really very visible in my mind's eye. So I don't know what that's going to mean just yet. I don't know why she's smiling. That would be my first question, is what is making this feminine smile. Prince of Discs. She could be going in and having her wheel of her vehicle fixed, a rim issue, or needing new tires. There may be just a nice, lighthearted, instead of it being frustrating or even sometimes, going in and having things like that done can be stressful or nerve wracking. It feels like it would be like maybe some low key, nice, easy to work with, mechanic or technician, somebody who's going to crack I don't know, I'm picturing dry humor, simple joke, making her feel really comfortable. It's like taking the stress out of a situation and, just kind of like, oh, let's get this flat tire fixed. Your car's got a little hitch in there, giddy up. Let's just get it smoothed back out. Not a big deal. It feels like a popped tire. I don't think it's a bike tire though, even though this is what we see here. I'm picturing car tire for sure. And I'm picturing right now somebody who drives a Jeep or some vehicle. It's a little bit lifted. I don't picture it being a super low car. I Now I am, and I'm picturing it as a white vehicle or a silver or black Jeep. Don't ask me why, but I'm sorry, I don't know cars very well. If it's a little car, if it's a lower to the ground car, it's it's like little. I don't know. I think it has a back seat, but I think there's only two doors on it. I don't know what kind of car that would be. We have the moon. Lots of circles in this. We even have like darkness is falling here as well. So I don't know if there's something going on where there's more than meets the eye here. There's anytime we see the moon, we know that there's a hidden message. There's something from the subconscious being brought to the surface. This could be like a very serendipitous thing happens. Once in a while we say, oh crap, I've got a car problem, I've got a tire issue. Great. Now this is going to throw everything off kilter, when in fact it's a safety measure. Maybe it's like, thank God this actually happened, because worse could have happened. I could have crashed. I could have had something else way worse. So it's like, check tires, make sure that tires are good, do a little bit of car maintenance. Sometimes we just get in the habit of just hopping in the car and driving. We don't even think, what if somebody, intentionally popped a tire? What if they let air out? I had somebody do that to me once on purpose. And it was very creepy. But those things, once in a while, things like that happen. So safety is coming through this. But what's nice is that we actually have like for what could have been a problem, it's being sidestepped. It might be that she's smiling with relief, because it's like, wow, that could have been a lot worse. I don't even want to go down the road of what that could have been. You don't want to have a blowout car tire or something, but it's getting fixed. Whatever this is it's getting fixed, but it also sets other things in motion. This has more far-reaching implications. Now, possibly there's going to be, hell, this could be somebody that she gets to know, and by the next full moon, this person could mean more to her. She definitely walks away thinking about this person, and I feel like they walk away thinking about her, like well after this exchange occurs. She could be the last customer of a day in a tire shop. They get her back on the road, or she has to come back tomorrow. But I don't think this person stops thinking about her, or vice versa. There is more to talk about. I think she was supposed to be taking a trip, and that may have to be postponed, but again, might be well worth it. This could be a good reason that her trip is going to be delayed. Wow, we have the Tower. With we keep having like narrowly averted disasters. I almost feel like, man, her guardian angels are working overtime for her, but out of these narrowly averted disasters, other things are revealed. I mean, to have the moon followed by the tower, it's going to be like, wow, there could have been way bigger problems. And it's like, thank God, I would have, where I was going to go, the trip I was going to take would have put me. I mean, I know Mount Etna is rumbling right now. Maybe she was going to drive to the airport to catch a flight to go to Sicily. And it's like, wow, maybe I need to not travel right now at a place like that. And forgive me for bringing that up. I'm thinking so much about Sicily. I absolutely love Sicily. So it's like very much I've been, paying attention lately. So sending lots and lots of love to Sicily. But it could be anything that's like an unexpected like change of travel plan. Some things are out of our control and we have to alter stuff, but her plans are being altered before something even occurs. But it is, again, safety is written all over this storyline. Like, listen to the intuition, listen to the guides, get out of harm's way, make sure that you listen to the authorities, make sure that you're following protocols to keep your car in good working order, change travel plans if you have to. All that is coming through in this story. And it's never fun to have unexpected problems pop up. But if there is a reason for protection, these are the things like be aware of the surroundings, know that there's other forces at work that are benevolent forces, that are protective forces, but we do have to listen to those subtle cues and those subtle intuitive messages. And I think if she can keep a really good outlook during these kind of upheavals, maybe a change in her travel plans, I mean, it could be one thing after another after another. I mean, heaven forbid, she's trying to get home to her house and it's like, well, actually, there's fire trucks in the way because, somebody's barbecue got out of control down the block. All of this looks like what could be big disasters, though, don't turn out to be huge. We keep seeing major issues and then it's like, but it doesn't become major catastrophe for people. It might be loud. It might, be like a big rumble, but it keeps seeming like we're averting crisis at every turn, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. But one thing after another is like guiding her out of harm's way, guiding characters out of harm's way, despite the fact that I'm hearing that song by Joe Diffie, Welcome to Earth, Third Rock from the Sun. Oh my God, that song is so awesome. It's just, everything is, one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. And it's the refrain is welcome to Earth, third rock from the sun. Cause it's like, this is a wild, chaotic party down here. Humans do wild stuff. They crash into buildings, they do this, and that sets off a chain of events. But ultimately it's like, it's wild, it's woolly sometimes, but there's also like a lot of protection. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Everything that is going to happen or play out in her life is going to have other impacts that are better. Things change in her life, yes, and it's all going to be because of possibly an issue with a tire that leads to her meeting somebody that she keeps thinking about, that leads to her having to delay plans, that then leads to other delays and maybe canceled plans altogether, that then maybe is why she's going to be in town to go out on a date with somebody, or maybe she's going to save a lot of money for not. We definitely have money coming in. Hell, maybe the only reason she's still in town and she got to kill some time is she walks into a convenience store and she winds up winning a lottery ticket. It's just one bizarre occurrence after another says for everything that is taken away, delayed, pushing her down a different corridor, there's going to be something else that she gets in exchange for it, right? Because everything is an energy exchange. Everything that we do is going to result in some reaction. And in this case, it seems like stuff is hitting her and then her life is changing because of it. And maybe that's a great way to think of it. We're at the solar maximum right now, that 11-year cycle that the sun goes through right now. We're in that solar maximum. So it's a highly active time. There's a lot of highly charged particles coming at us with the alignment of all those planets coming up on the 28th. What we're seeing with those planets is those photons that have traveled all those hundreds and hundreds of thousands of light waves or light years toward us. We're seeing the light from those planets being aligned from so far away. So I'm picturing that there is a lot of energy coming into her life that's impacting her, but it's taking stuff away, it's changing her life plans, but she's getting something for it, she's gaining something. So maybe this is a great time to think about absorbing energy and rolling with it and allowing it to change us. Wow, as I say that, we literally have this yin yang symbol in the middle of a stormy sea, and then on the other side of it we see like Monet's water lilies. So it is very much about like, work with the flow of the energy, take the negative energy and flip it into a positive, take your opponent's energy and, in martial arts, you work with the opponent that's, trying to come at you and strike at you, but instead you use their body weight against them and move them right on out of your way. If a character can use this energy with this Eight of Cups, they can turn any negative into an advantage. So she's really going to have to be like, keep that smile on, keep that smile on her face right now, because for everything that is changing so rapidly, she's going to have to stay on her toes. But if she can just smile through it and say, okay, this must be happening for a reason. Let me, I was going to have a staycation because my other plans got ruined because of the volcano and because of the broken vehicle, but maybe I'll go to the ocean. Oh, I guess I can't. It's a really stormy day there. Okay, maybe I'll go to build a pond in my own backyard. Her life is going to take a lot of unexpected twists and turns. She may find herself seeing yin yang symbols, by the way. I just saw one. It was really cute. It was on the back of somebody's car, like, I don't know, probably a week ago, that was, a black and white kitty cat, like wrapped around each other, making the yin yang symbol. And it was so cute. But this could just be, she's going to notice that here and there. And that's one of those little messages from the guides that are saying, hey, remember, for every like negative, there's a positive. For every darkness, there's a lightness. So be the opposite energy. If stuff keeps popping up at you that you don't expect, react differently. If it's a negative thing that makes you feel negative, flip it and find the positive in it. Smile instead of start cussing. You need to balance the energy of the universe because there's a ton of energy coming at you. So eat up those photons of light, use that energy right now. I think that's kind of an awesome energy in this one. Justice, again, in the Egyptian concept of Ma'at and Isfet, it is oftentimes associated with the justice card, and you'll see like Isis holding the great scales, but it's the harmony between the chaos of the universe and the peace in the universe, and the fact that the Egyptians thought we needed both. We got to have both sides. Sometimes we need chaos because it adds spice of life. Too much like monotone, perfect balance would be dull and boring. You have to have the wind because it scatters the seeds, and then helps you to plant different plants and grow different greenery. You don't just want a calm, still sky all the time. You want wind. You want even natural, upheaval and occurrences. If we're going to become the human beings that we are, we want different genetics to be expressed. We want to look different from each other. We want to have randomness in the universe, even though there's always still a little bit of an organization to the randomness. And too much calm or too much chaos, neither of those is any good. So we've got to embrace the fact that there is some crazy chaotic balance to everything. But I'm feeling like she's going to be in a very tumultuous time. Oh, Sabrina, you angel, thank you so much. Thank you. You're so generous, love. Thank you. This feels like, even though she's in a very tumultuous time, if she can pay attention to, it could be everything. I mean, she could spill a cup of coffee on her outfit before she's about to leave her house, and now she's got to go change clothes. And thank goodness she did, because it turns out, she's in a way sexier outfit because she doesn't have any other clean clothes. And that sexy outfit is making, somebody notice her even more than usual. Sometimes it's the weirdest things. It's like, look, I wasn't even supposed to be here. I definitely wasn't supposed to be wearing this. I didn't know this is how my life was going to go. But here I am in the middle of chaos, thinking nothing's going my way, only to discover everything's going my way. We already have awesome energy coming at her, possibly financial success. I don't know. I feel like she's going to get some crazy, like she's going to have a big savings, something she was going to spend money on. She can't, but it's going to be awesome because I think she's either going to get something cheaper, she's going to get something free, she's going to be able to save money that she didn't expect. And then we have her being able to make new plans. But again, those plans get altered. It is something to do with like a body of water. So I don't know. Water is emotions. The Eight of Cups is going away, leaving something, walking down a different path. But I almost think she gets looped right back around. Maybe she meets a Libra after this. This could be like she has a date cancel on her, but it's okay because we still got sexy mechanic over here. Maybe she's suddenly free at just the right time, at just the right moment, so she can go out with somebody else entirely different. And maybe all of these crazy things had to happen. It starts out with an unexpected nail in her tire or something like that, and that sets all these other things happening in her life that seem to be yielding better results for her. I mean, saved money is great. Averting disaster, fantastic. Even if she has to cancel a trip or delay a trip, not such a bad thing. Even if she gets looped back around, but she finds herself, I don't know, maybe taking a yoga class or, something about this yin yang symbol is bringing peace. And then, of course, that Justice card is about bringing balance as well. Everything here is balance. Let me go back because the image in my mind of that bracelet with little like beads or charms on it was important in my mindset this morning. Let me just ask, what does that have to do with anything? Is a bracelet important? Is that a gift? We have an Eight of Cups again, but this time we have somebody who's been shipwrecked by this harpy. We've got the siren up here, and in mythology the sirens are these gorgeous women that sing their beautiful songs, and sailors get bewitched by them, and then they run their ships aground because really these are like it's kind of like the femme fatale, we'll say. I don't know if there's some element of, I was asking about the bracelet, right? I don't know though, to have this person who seems to have gotten shipwrecked, a masculine who got shipwrecked and crashed by somebody that probably didn't treat them well, something that they were still trying to move on from. I'm wondering, how does that connect to Two of Pentacles? There could be something where maybe it's not even her wearing the bracelet, because now I just had something flash in my brain, like a medical, like alert bracelet or something for him. It could be that there's an element of, notice with the balance again with that Two of Pentacles, and he's mirroring something in her own life because they both have the Eight of Cups. They both have been through things that have like looped them around, and charm bracelets and stuff, or like even tying like a ribbon or a thread around one's wrist can sometimes be used, or like a rubber band could be used as like a I want to jog my memory, or charm bracelets are like, oh, this is a memento to remind me, don't ever do this. Or like people get like a tattoo on the inside of the wrist that's like a word, or it has significance for them, and it's like, oh, that's to remind myself, don't do that again, or don't listen to the sirens, don't get crashed on the rocks by the harpies. It feels like they both have some kind of like, maybe they have a conversation about this, whomever this, I still feel like this is the mechanic, whoever's fixing her tire, or somebody who works in automotive, or somebody who does something with tires. They may have something, a tattoo or something around their wrist also. This could be a topic starter, and it's like, what's that? Oh, it's a gift I bought myself the day that I moved on from my ex, to remind myself that they never bought me anything nice, but I did. And he's like, I got a tattoo on my wrist to remind me, don't get shipwrecked by the harpies. Like it could be something where they share this kind of, I know it's highly specific, but that's what this storyline is it's highly specific. I keep feeling like it's a bracelet, but then I'm also seeing a tattoo, but it's like it's very thin, and it's the inside of the wrist in particular. If it's a tattoo, if it's a bracelet, it goes all the way around, but it could be a charm bracelet. But I feel like this is it's personal, but it's something that they share. Like they have so much in common. They both did this. You notice all of these cards are about balance. Well, I mean, most of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 cards have energy of balance. That keeps telling me again and again. And I'll say even the fact that they both had the 8 of Cups, that also tells us that there's this balanced energy. 2 people have been through something similar. 2 people are used to having their life kind of tossed like a freaking salad sometimes, but then it still works out and they learn something out of it, and they remind themselves to roll with it. Smile when it feels too frustrating. Definitely smile and laugh. Don't get pissed, and remind yourself, I've been down this road before. I've had the universe throw weird stuff at me. I've had my best laid plans get dashed on the rocks. I've had, failures in my life, but somehow I always still come out okay. So I've learned how to just, it's not about never falling. It's about learning how to tuck and roll when you fall. We have the Emperor. Gotta say, if our character is going to get a chance to get to know somebody, get to know about their life, get to know about, where they've been and what they've been through, I feel like there's a lot of respect. I feel like she's very serendipitously going to be annoyed by how many things go wrong in her life, but I think it is bringing her to the person she's supposed to meet. I feel like these 2 could have a really funny conversation about how they met. It could just be an odd, I don't know why, by the way, he's shirtless, strutting his stuff out here in the kind of like the desert. Very, very, very visible night sky. Very visible. I should know that constellation, but right now I don't. I almost want to say that that's Cancer, but I might be. This could be with him blocking part of it. I can't tell for sure. But there is some element here where I don't know if he's he seems to be pretty straightforward. Anytime I see a character with no shirt on, I always think it's because they're wearing their emotions, outward. He may be somebody who's like pretty comfortable being upfront, being open, being honest. He's like fit but not hugely muscle bound. This looks like, just a beautiful physical human strength, but not somebody that's like a gym rat per se. But there is I don't know, he just feels like unself-conscious. I mean, an emperor typically is. They come across as somebody who's pretty comfortable in their own skin. They can talk about their own mistakes. They can laugh at themselves. And remember, we started out with the image of her having like a big wide smile. And which is crazy to keep a smile on during all of these upheavals, but we can see that these 2 probably have a very similar mindset in, being able. Here he is shirtless again, by the way. This man does not wear shirts very often. No, again, we've got him. He could have, by the way, long hair, ponytail. Here he's got a funky horned helmet. He could have a funky like hat or helmet that he wears if he motorcycle rides or something, but he could also have a long braid. I'm thinking like a Native American background as well, just because of that hair, or maybe even like Korean or something as well. But we see him in the Hanged Man energy, which is, it can be delays or it can just be looking at life from a different perspective. I'm feeling like, I don't think he instantly like asks her out, but these 2 are definitely going to be encountering each other because of a weird set of circumstances. I don't feel like, even though he's pretty straightforward, pretty blunt, I don't know that he instantly asks her out, but we definitely see him still thinking about her throughout the night, right? From the time that they meet, I think she stays on his mind more than he might want to admit. But I don't know that he knows what to do with that yet. If it's 11-8, you are so awesome. Thank you so much for that. The Leo constellation. Okay. I would put my money on you being right. You're so astute. You're so good. Thank you. And this comes across as the Page of Pentacles for him. He's a little bit more thoughtful about how to proceed after this, especially if he's like, okay, your tire is fixed. Here it is. There could be something where it's like Can I ask her out? If this takes a day to get something fixed, he's going away thinking about her still. But it does come across like if he's going to like make an overture, because this is an offer. This could be a simple offer like you want to get lunch, you want to get a cup of coffee. It feels very simple. Even though he's an emperor, he's not fearful or anything, but it's like, I don't want to come on too strong. We've bonded over some crazy life experiences that we've both had, but as far as like the next step in the process of getting to know somebody, he's cautious. He doesn't come on too strong. Is very much wherever her comfort zone is. But I don't think an emperor is going to let some. Okay, so they're definitely going to go to some bar. It could be raining by the time they go, by the way. She's obviously going to say yes. But it could be a like a semi outdoor indoor place. We have them going to get drinks. Six of Pentacles. This is definitely like, yeah, let's go ahead and I'll meet you later on for drinks. This is like the day after these two meet. It could be snowing where they are as well. I mean, really, those are snowflakes or chubby rain. But we've got them like wanting to kind of still be in an indoor, outdoor, patioed area. This feels very casual, very comfortable, very much like these two just get along. And I feel like this is going to be the best non-vacation she's ever had. If she was supposed to go somewhere, was supposed to go have a good time, she's still going to have a good time. It's just she's not going on that trip. She can't. She's got a setback. Everything got delayed. But best delay ever. This is so awesome. Even if these two just end up friends, this is so worth it to just go ahead and like have a chance to like connect with somebody. I don't think she ever would have had the chance to meet this person. What's the outcome for these two? Page of Swords. They have a lot more to learn about each other. And at some point they could get into the nerve-wracking, uncomfortable territory of like, oh God, I hope I didn't just say too much. Are we just pals? What's going on here? Six of Wands. She may say something that, especially if they're drinking a little bit, she may say something that she's like, oh my God, I wonder what they're thinking of me. I hope they're not judging me for that. She may take a risk and expose something more about herself, you know, how she feels about something, but it's going to make him feel like $1 million. He's maybe feeling pretty darn awesome. It's funny. We've seen him as like possibly somebody who works in like an automotive shop or something. And even here, you know, I know it's a clown suit, but he's, you know, unzipped the top half of it and tied it around the waist. Is very much like one of the, you know, coveralls that you'd wear in an automotive shop or something. It just comes across like, I don't think she could say too much that would be like, he doesn't think it's embarrassing. He thinks it's great. So if she's being more blunt, more open, like asking more about him, if she asks point blank, like, how are you single? You seem really great. He's thrilled by this. She might be mortified if she says a little bit too much, but it kind of seems like these two hit it off. Unusual way to start a romance, perhaps, but I like the whole flow of this. I liked their energy. I like the way they seem to connect. And I think above all, this is just like the reminder that sometimes characters meet each other under interesting circumstances. All of that, like, roll with the punches and know that maybe there's a bigger plan and know that we're protected even when we don't think that we are. That to me was the bigger message here. Like, it's so crazy because just the other day I had to take my truck over and pick up some equipment for somebody, and it was in the back of the truck and I had arranged it in there, but the handle of the piece of the equipment was like sticking out over the edge of the truck, and I worried about it, and I was like, I probably should rearrange the way that is in the back of the truck because it was like a long drive to go drop it off. And as I'm thinking that, I watched this other truck in the other lane drive beside a parked UPS van and clip it. And I was like, if ever there were a sign, so I just pulled over and I was like, I got to go rearrange that in the back of my truck because that could have been me. And it was just so crazy. I mean, my whole life, I've never actually seen somebody drive a little too close to a UPS and whack their mirrors off. And it happened in front of me. And I was like, okay, I get the memo, universe. Rearrange the stuff in the back of my truck. So all I can say is like this, it's funny to see so many little subtle, like, don't get pissed off when things go wrong. Maybe there's something protective, or when you're getting a sign to, think about something. So what if your travel plans are changed? Maybe there's a reason for it. This storyline is just, it's making me think of that experience that I just had this week. So anyway, you guys, so good to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, and Gabrielle, thank you, honey. Denisa, awesome to catch you. Hi, AC. Jessica H. Oh, that's awesome. Johnny the Carnut. A tire change is no biggie. Well, sure, you're skilled. You know what you're doing. I do not know how to change a tire though. So to me, that would be a very big deal. So I think that's just great testament to how talented you are, Johnny. That's awesome. Hey, Travis, Violet. Hi, honey. Right back at you, Johnny. Hey, T baby. Wonderful to see you. Nice. Yeah, I should probably check the air in my tires too. I haven't done that in so long. Dwanette Raven, hi. Wonderful to see you. Thank you guys. And thank you again, Sabrina. You were so kind. Thank you. Tammy Secord, how are you? AC, I love it. Well, of course, always wear that top. If you got it, flaunt it. Hey, Violet. Thank you. Hi, Michael. Lulu, how are you? Sassy O. Samira, hi, love. Oh, good. I'm glad. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed that Capricorn storyline. I think that was one of their best in a while. Thank you again, Lucia. So great to catch up with you. Thalia, honey, hi. All right, you guys. Oh, Calm C. I'm so glad you made it, honey. Is it Dean's or Dinesh Peace? Forgive me if I said your name wrong, but I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. All right, you guys, take care. I will see you again tomorrow. All right, lots of love. Bye for right now. Bye. Awesome, 11 to 8. Bye, guys.